when my mom and dad dropped me off at the University of Maryland to go to college, my mom said two things. She said, Craig, graduate and don't break your neck. So we've been training neck since I became a strength coach. When I got to college, after every workout, we did neck training. Whatever the strength coach would ask us to do, different angles, different ways to do it, but it was always neck training when I was a player. From that point on, neck training in all my sports. As a college strength coach for 17 years, it's all about safety first, as it should be for any level. But when you're dealing with younger athletes, you really have to look out for the safety. So neck training was priority. Iron neck was actually brought to me by one of our excellent players here, Brian Cushing. So Brian called me and said, look, you got to look at this product. This thing could add years to careers, plus it's looking out for long-term health. Space, footprint, and time are huge in a weight room. I mean, if your weight room could be 300 yards by 300 yards, that's great. You get every sort of piece of equipment you could ever want, right? And every available option. But you can't, and actually that is a good thing. I like keeping things as simple as possible. I like to really knock out as many things with one exercise as I can. And so I really like doing neck where you're standing up. I like doing neck where it's not a big machine and taking up a big footprint. And I like the neck trained to be efficient so the guys can spend more time on it. And so with this iron neck, we have all those things. Before we were doing a manual neck where a partner would train another partner. Well, two things there. One is that's a lot of wasted time because one guy's not trained. Two is we can't assure ourselves that that is being done correctly. These guys their priority is to benefit themselves in the weight room and maximize their potential, not to help the next guy. They're not strength coaches. So basically, when you're in charge of your own neck, you're going to make sure it's done right. And our guys are really into training necks and know the long-term health and all the dangers of not having a strong neck. So having this piece of equipment so small, it takes up almost no space. You can hang it off of anywhere, and you're standing up and using it. The guys can do every plane, every motion possible with it. So it covers all our bases. So I wish I knew about before. Would have trained our athletes better, and plus, we would have had less of a footprint, had more room to get more of these. We are looking out for our players' health first and foremost. But there's also an expectation level that they'll look out for their health too. Our players are older, they're smarter, they're more experienced than high school kids. As a high school strength coach, I would say that your first priority should be safety, and the first priority of safety in a contact sport should be your knee. And so I would say this right away, neck training is key. First, the nice thing about the iron neck is it also serves as a really good warm-up because you're on your feet, you're training your core while you're doing it. I actually asked Mike Jolly about using these seated, if that would be okay, because they fit into another space pretty easily. He goes, no, don't do that because you won't get the same effect of being on your feet. And I said, sold, Mike. I love the answer because now we're not just training our neck, we're training our neck, our core, doing injury prevention for our lower body, stabilization. So, I mean, everything's involved for this one little piece of equipment.